Hey up, welcome back to the Man Cave Workshop and thank you so much for joining me again. Okay, we're getting to the home straight on this radio now. What I've done is, I think in the last video we've been working on the badge. Let's get the badge. I know when I move away you can hardly hear the voice, so I'll try and keep it. So there's what we came up with for the badge. We're going to affix that. It's not. It doesn't look original, but it'll do. I actually enjoyed doing that. It was good fun. We're going to have a go on this trim now, which is a piece of car trim, 5mm car trim that I've put down somewhere and totally forgot where I put it. Okay, let me have a look down for it. Oh, this is what happens. I'm in new surroundings. And apologies if you can hear any noise in the background. The builders are working on the Man Cave Workshop. The bricklayers are here and they're going to start work on that. Okay, I better pause while I find this part. Right, okay, found it. Now, it comes with this self-adhesive backing. I did cut off a little bit to see how it looks. It does look okay, to be fair, but it does stand a little bit proud. So what I'm going to do, I was actually thinking of pulling this this sticky off, because it does stand really proud. It wants to be flush like this one. In fact, the thing is, if I pull the adhesive off, I don't get a chance to do it. What I'm talking about is, it doesn't, it lies quite well. It's gonna sit a little bit proud after it's on. Let's try it with its own adhesive. What the idea I did have was to, this sticky stuff does come off quite easily. So what I was going to do was take it off completely. Oh gosh, it is sticky. Take it again. I can't see the angle, can I, with the camera in the way? Oh, I'm well off there. I was going to take it off completely and glue the strip on, but let's just go with it as it comes out of the box. See how it sits. I've got it on wrong, haven't I? It's lifting up there. Oh gosh, this is stuck like crazy now. Again, that's going to drive me nuts if it's not totally straight there. That ain't too bad. I think we can get away with that, just sticking it on like that. The ends have been done, and the ends have come up really, really well on this. I don't know if you can see that. What I used is, I got hold of this siliconized teak oil. Usually I use Danish oil. And this is a vintage tin. When I popped over to my mum's, it was in the garage there, so I asked if I could use that. She said, yep, take it, no problem. She has no use for it, and that's done a really nice job on the ends. So next thing to do is to this has got a film on it, which we'll pull off after. It's got a blue film. So I'm going to work out how to affix the badge, and then we're going to start assembling the radio again. Just got a little bit of soldering to do on the battery tray. The lead needs soldering back on. I don't know whether I could have left that on or not, but it might not have. I had to take it off because the battery tray wouldn't go out that way, would it? Right, I'm going to pause again and we're going to have a go at fixing this badge on. I'm going to try to use this leg here that's still on, if I can get it out. Where did I put the badge? I keep doing this, keep putting things down, forgetting where I've put them. So we're going to try and super glue that leg onto there. Joe, I might even cut that in half and use the two little stubs, and then what I've done in the past, I can pop a little bit of PVA glue in there. I wouldn't put super glue in here because you'll never ever get them, never come out again. PVA glue to to fix it to here and try to get that straight. Yeah, we don't want it all wonky like the knob was. I think I've just lost that piece of plastic. Anyway, I'll get on with that and get back when I've got them fixed. Okay, we're just lining the badge up. I don't know if you can see, I've put 2 little marks where the holes are, and then on the back I've drawn across, and hopefully X will mark the spot. So I've chopped them legs in half. I didn't get them even, but you're not going to see them once it's on. Try to get them straight. Pretty tricky, to be honest. I'm going to attempt to super glue them on. So here we go. Let's put a dot of glue on here, a dot of glue on there, and let's see if they will stick. Let's start off with this. This one's easier because it's got a nice straight edge. Oh, that's a big lump of super glue. Let's pop that there. Let's see if we've got it central. Pretty important. Oh, it does seem to be stuck. Oh, it's stuck to the thing now. Oh, God, it's going everywhere. I'm a bit shaky this morning. I've just had a cup of coffee. Probably not the best time to be doing it. Let's move it over. Oh, the tiniest nudge. Working with these fiddly things. We're quite trying. Let's see if we can get this on. Get that on there. Oh, it wants to stick to the... It wants to stick to the tweezers more than it wants to stick to the... Across a bit more. Oh, it's starting to get tacky now, starting to go off that super glue. Have we got that in line? I don't know, I think so. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. Let's just push them down so they get a good contact. And let's leave them to dry. Does it look straight by the eye? It actually doesn't, you know. It looks a little bit off, that one. Did I get the measurements right? Obviously I cut twice and measured once. These have to be quite accurate so they fit. Right, just let that cure for... I know it's super glue, but I like to let it cure for a good half an hour before we go any further with that. Make sure it's all cured and got a good bond. So there's our homemade Roberts badge. You can't see it, can you? Fingers crossed it'll work and look better than 2 holes in the set. Okay. Okay, while the badge is setting, let's get this thing back together. So we've got to work out where everything goes again. There was... that goes to the DIN switch, so let's plug that in. Have I damaged that? Have I damaged that while I've been working on it? It looks a little bit bent. Oh, let's plug that in. Let's plug in... Where does this one go to? Oh, this one goes to the transformer, so that'll be the AC in. Oh, we don't know if the... Let's take it that keeps that out of the way. That wire there for the speaker. Take it, this was a bit of a shield there. We don't know if that aerial fits or not, do we? So let's offer it up. We never get that out. Oh, look at that. It almost fits like a glove. Don't know if you can see that. Let me get some light over. Can you see that? Fits like a glove. In fact, it looks like it'll fit perfectly. So let's push this. Oh, it's stuck in again. Push this board back out. There we go. Okay, let's get these wires on. We're gonna forget something, aren't we? So that's that one. This one we said was from the transformer, so that'll go in the AC. slot. There we go. And there was another one. There it is. This one goes external antenna. This one goes all the way over here. So let's plug that one back in. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Just plugging these back in. That's that one. That's that one. That looks like we've damaged it a bit. Okay. And then there's the there's the battery lead, isn't it? Now what did I do with that battery lead? Oh, there it is. So let's stick that back in that socket, and the red wire goes to the positive, and the plain white wire. Oops, I'm getting it all wrong. There we go. In we go. Is that in okay? Yeah, that's all seated in nicely. Now let's offer the radio back up now. Of course it won't fit, will it? I've got to do something with that. Okay, go back in. There we go. I did touch up this silver trim as well. So now I've got to work out how to connect this aerial, and it did come with all the wires back in it. I do need that battery wire, don't I, for the battery tray. Let's pull that out. We'll solder that on after. I'm even in shot here. I'm moving out of shot quite a lot. That's that. All the wires are all in there. Pretty neat-ish. So we've just got to do the aerial wire. This is what the aerial came in. And I did have a load of screws, but I wonder if that fits. Oh, it does. We're in luck. So if we line this up here, I'm going to pull it down a little bit, make sure it seats right. Come on. Hopefully we can get this screw through that hole. Oh, and of course, no, it doesn't fit, does it? It fit. It's way too big. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to get a screw to fit through there into the aerial that's big. I ain't got one. So for now, what will I do? Do you know, I might just tape that onto there until I get a screw, because I don't know if you see that, when I get a screw, that can go onto there. Can we see that? So that could go onto there and be screwed in. So for now I can just tape it to the aerial. So I'll get on with doing that, and we'll get the soldering iron up, and we'll put the battery tray back in. Do we need to put the battery tray back in just yet, or can we leave it? It was a bit of a pig to get out, wasn't it? I think we can leave it out for now until we get a screw that fits that. I'll go and have a look round, perhaps a plug screw, anything might fit with a bit of luck. Really, once that aerial's on, all we have to do is put the badge back on. Okay, I went looking for a screw. I haven't got one. I got called away as well, so this is about half an hour later. And I need to get a screw, that diameter and that thread to pop in there to hold the aerial. So for now I've just taped the aerial wire on. I'm not going to put the base back on yet, and I'm going to put the speaker wires on. That's a good idea. And what I'm going to do next is, that badge should have dried out now, so we will, I can't get these on. We will fix the badge. I think that's the way they went. It seems to be that they're seated that way, so it's not stereo, so it doesn't really matter. So are we in shot? Let's get the badge that we did. So they're glued on now. Let's see if they line up or not. Okay, yeah, that looks, what do you think? Acceptable? better than 2 holes, isn't it? So we've done the capacitors, we've done the speaker grill. We've not taken that film off there yet, so it looks a bit blue. We've made a badge from scratch. We've put a tuning knob on that isn't the right one but works. Aerial grommet. We've done the ends. We haven't put. Where did I put it? There it is. We haven't put this back on yet. So let's screw that back into place. Oh, what I did do as well, off camera, is just to glue up the. Let's see. There was big cracks in this handle, so we've just glued all that up, and it's nice and solid again now. So let's pop this end case on. I did decide to get a jar in the end to keep the bits in, because I lose bits easily. So a jar with a lid is always good. Oh, we've got some more Banderberg. Let's open that. I do like the ginger juice. It's nice. Alright, this is just a fix. Let's move this lamp out of the way. 2 little screws. There's one. Let's get the precision screwdriver. Get that in. There you go. You don't have to do these at £500 of top, but you don't want them loose, so they fall out. So I've learned a few tips on, you know, I ain't got original parts on ad-libbing. I don't know what you call it. Rednecking. I like to use that term. Oh, there's a mark on this. Well, that's just wear that, I think. I don't know if we can do anything about that. We're getting towards the finish. Oh, what I do want to do, this badge isn't, it ain't going to stay in there. So I will stick a little bit of, I've got some somewhere, PVA glue on here. I wouldn't use super glue. Oh, I've put way too much in there. You only need a dab. Let's get some of that out of there. That's too much. Wouldn't use super glue because there'd be no way of getting it out should an original badge appear. But I quite like this homebrew badge. That's not going to hold. It's not even touching. Perhaps it was. Perhaps it did need a fair bit. Yeah, if you use super glue on here, you have no chance of getting it off without damaging all the Rexine and that. So we'll pop that on. And what I'm going to do one more video on this where we'll test it, see if it still works, see if we've broken it, and we'll solder back on the battery tray, give it a test. We'll get a screw for this. I'll get that before the next video, and we'll do a final. Now, I did notice a nick here, and I don't know if I've done that. You know, I'll hold my hands up if I have. And what I have done, I have put a little bit of the PVA glue on it just to stop it getting any worse. But I used to have one of them grab mats to put on the bench, but being rusty, totally forgot again, and I might have damaged that Rexine there. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny nick. But I think the radio's looking a bit better than it did when it came to me. And again, thank you, Jerry, for donating this. Definitely wouldn't have it just as a parts radio. So as always, be good to each other. Thanks for watching, and hopefully catch you in what will be the final video on this Roberts R747.